Hi guys, this is sixth grade, chapter 1, lesson 7. We're going to be multiplying decimals today. I have gone ahead and rewritten some of the problems onto printer paper. It's a little bit easier for us to work and have some room. Okay, you guys can see what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Okay, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on number 2. Number 1 is always done for you. Okay. And so first it wants us to estimate. Well, this 8 tells the 4 to go up to a 5. So we have 5. Okay. 1.7. The 7 tells the 1 to go up to a 2 because it's bigger than 5. Okay. So now 5 times 2 is 10. So your estimate is going to be 10. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do the real one. Okay. I'm going to use different colored markers so that you guys can see my work. And I'm going to take these papers off from underneath here so that you can see only this paper. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to start with 7 times 8 is 56. Put the 6 down. Carry the 5. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 5 more is going to be 33. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a different color so that you can see my next step. Okay. So cross out the 5 for tick. Cross out the 7 because I used it again and I don't want it anymore for tack, and then toe. Tick, tack, toe. Okay? Now 1 times 48 is going to be 48. Now you'll notice that I did not do anything with those decimals just yet. So when you're multiplying decimals, you don't have to do anything with the decimal until you get to the final answer. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and add up those two columns. I'm going to grab another color. Okay, so 6 plus 0 is 6. Maybe that's different, huh? Okay, so now 6. 3 plus 8 is 11. Carry that 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, and another 4, 8. So now is when I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and take care of my decimal. Okay, so in the problem, it went in 1, 2 times. So when I come down here to the final answer, it's going to go in 1, 2 times. That's where my decimal goes. I accidentally made a little orange dot there and I don't want it to confuse anyone, so white out to my savior. Okay. All right. So 81 points, or sorry, 8.16. Okay. Pretty close to 10. We didn't do too bad. Okay. So now I'm going to come down to the next problem. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Okay. 1 times 392. I'm going to write 392. Okay. Now I don't have anything to tick on this one, but that's okay. I'm just going to do the line so I don't get confused. Tack, toe. Okay. On to the next color. Okay. And on to the next number. 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Put the 0 down. Carry the 1. 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 1 more is 46. 6 down. Carry the 4. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 4 more is 19. Okay. So I'm going to add those two up. If you feel weird about having a bigger number on the bottom than you do on the top, then I would just put zeros there as placeholders. Okay? All right, guys. 2 plus 0, 2. 9 plus 0, 9. 3 plus 6, 9. 0 plus 9, 9. And 0 plus 1, 1. Okay? Now I need to go back and take care of my decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Now I need to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Again with these extra lines. Boom. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot to do the estimate though, so I'm going to go ahead and do the estimate, okay? So 3.92, the 9 is going to tell the 3 to go up, right? Okay. Now Here's the thing, rounding to that same digit, I rounded to the 3 and I used the 9. This one, I'm rounding to this 0, but I'm using this 0 to tell me. That's going to be 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Now you'll notice that because the decimal point is out front and there's no number over here, that means that this number is smaller than 1, so 0 is not a bad estimate. All right? Good job, guys. Okay. All right, numbers 4 through 8. You guys do them yourselves. You totally can. I believe in you. Okay. For the next ones, I'm going to zoom this out some, and I want for you guys, oh, I don't need to zoom it out, good. Okay, and I want you guys to pause this, do whatever you need to do so that you can write this down. It is important, okay? Just anytime that I say PEMDAS, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Parentheses. If you have parentheses in a problem, that is what you do first, okay? E is for exponents. That tiny number up above a number that tells you how many times to multiply it by itself, okay, that's an exponent. Okay, we don't have to deal with those today, but eventually you will. Okay, next, we have multiplication and division. I underline them. They are together because it doesn't matter which order you do them in, it's whichever one it comes first in the problem, okay? So if it says 2 times 3 times 4, you would do 2 times 3 first because that comes first, okay? Then we have addition and subtraction. It's whichever one comes first in the problem, okay? 4 minus 3 minus 2, you would do 4 minus 3 first, okay? So pause, write that down, do whatever you need to do. Okay. We are going to go on to number 9, and we're going to use that PEMDAS now, okay? Now, I'm going to have to do my parentheses first, okay? I don't know what 13.1 times 3 is, so I'm going to go over here on the side and I'm going to do that math. Sometimes you just gotta, okay? Oops, that one's times 1. Okay, well, I'm going to cross that out and I'm going to go 13.1 times 3. That's better. Okay, now 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. But I went in 1 time for my decimal here. I need to come in 1 time for my decimal here. So now I have 39.3, and I have to add 5.21. Now, if you'll remember that in adding and subtracting decimals, you have to line up your decimal. Okay, and we're adding that. Okay, now, if you don't like having a number here hanging out over the edge without a number above it, write a 0. It's after the decimal, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add 0 plus 1 is 1. Not that much of a different color. Okay, is 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry that 1, and 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay? Now, if you remember, when you're adding and subtracting decimals, that decimal comes straight down. Okay? So, for number 9, you have 44.51. Make sure that you pause, you show your work. Know how you got from here, from point A to point B. Okay? All right. Number 10, we're going to do, and the parentheses are over on this side. Okay? Just because it's not up front, it still comes first. Okay? You do parentheses first. So, over here, I'm going to go 15 minus 4.55. Okay? Now, I don't have any numbers up here, so I'm going to put a decimal point, and then I'm going to put 2 zeros. Okay? Now, I'm going to grab a different color, and I'm going to go, I can't take 5 away from 0, so I got to borrow, but I can't borrow from 0, so I got to go all the way over to 5, make it a 4. Okay? That makes this one a 10. That 10's not all the way over here yet. It's right here. Okay? So I'm going to grab a different color still, and I'm going to cross that out, and I'm going to make it a 9, and then this one becomes a 10. Okay? All right, so now I have 10 minus 5, which is 5. I have 9 minus 5, which is 4. And I have 4 minus 4, which is 0, and bring down my 1. Okay? Remember, I'm subtracting the decimal, so it needs to come straight down. Okay? Now I have to take this number and I have to multiply it by 4. That 4 didn't go anywhere just because I did my parentheses. I'm going to take my 10.45 and I'm going to multiply it by 4. Okay? All right. Okay. 4 times 5 is 20, carry our 2. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18, carry your 1. 4 times 0 is still 0, so I'm going to add that 1 and get 1. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Now, I came in 1, 2 times on my decimal, 1, 2 times here. Okay? That is 41.80. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it. 41.80. Okay? Number 11, you guys do it. Okay? We are going to go on to number 12. I know word problems look scary. Sometimes they even trip me up, so don't think that you guys are doing badly just because you got to take your time and read carefully. Everybody does. Okay? All right, so number 12 on the page, on your homework page, says Blaine exchanges $100 for yen before going to Japan. If each US dollar is worth 88.353 yen, how many yen would Blaine receive? So I already wrote down the math to that. So we just need to multiply. Now, this problem is going to be really easy for us because you see those two zeros? I'm going to cross them up and I'm going to stick them at the end. Then it's just 1 times that number. So I'm going to write it backwards so that it's in order. And I can't forget that I have to move my decimal. Okay? So I went in 1, 2, 3 places. I need to go in 1, 2, 3 places. So I would have 8,035.3 yen. I don't have to put those two zeros on because it's after the decimal. Okay? All right. Number 13. So the camera costs 115 Canadian dollars. If each Canadian dollar is worth 0.952 US dollars, how much will the camera cost in US dollars? Okay, so I'm going to go and notice that even though 115 is bigger than a number that's less than 1, I still put it on the bottom because these two numbers are 1 and I want to make multiplying easy. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first row and go 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26, carry our 2. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 2 more is 47, carry our 4. 5 times 0 is going to be 0, plus 4 is going to be 4. Okay, grab another color. Tick, make that clear. Tack, toe. Okay, now I just have 1 times those numbers. So I'm going to put 2, 5, 9, and I don't have to put that 0. It's not important. Okay, but now I'm going to grab another color. Let's do purple. And I'm going to go, I didn't have any ticks that time. Tack, because I don't want to use that 1 again. Toe. But now I have to do double toe. Okay? Now it's still going to be 1 times that number. 2, 5, 9. Now, if you feel weird about having the bigger number on the bottom that doesn't have any numbers above it, you can put zeros. Doesn't matter. Okay? All right. Zeros straight down. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 0 is 8 still. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. I'm going to carry that 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14, plus 5 more is 19. I'm going to carry that 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Okay? Now, in our problem, I went in 1, 2, 3 places for the decimal, so I need to go in 1, 2, 3 places for the decimal. Okay? So now, I have $109 and 480 thousandths of a dollar. Okay. Now, when we're dealing in US money, we don't have 3 places after the decimal. We only have 2. Okay? So that's a 0. I can just cross it off. So now up here, that camera is going to cost you $109.48. That dollar sign is your label, so you're okay. Up here, your yen is your label. Right here, your dollar sign is your label. Okay? You're covered on your word problem or an answer. Okay? All right. Your lesson check, you guys are going to do yourself. You can totally handle that. Okay? You don't need me for that. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to go to number 3 on the spiral review. We have to do it. It's important to remember what we've learned. Okay? Let me turn my page. Okay. Number 3 says last week a store sold laptops worth a total of $10,885. Each laptop cost $1,555. How many laptops did the store sell last week? Now you'll notice over here in this corner, I went ahead and I wrote down multiples of $1,555 because I don't happen to know my multiples of that. So I wrote them down. Yes, I did this part on a calculator. You may not do this part because you have to show your work. You may get the multiples on a calculator. Okay? All right. So I know that 1,555 is not going to go into 1. I'm going to put a placeholder. Not going to go into 10. I'm going to put a placeholder. It's not going to go into 108. I'm going to put a placeholder. It's not going to go into 1,088. Placeholder. But it does happen to go into 10,885. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7. Boom. Subtract 0. So your answer is going to be 7 laptops. Okay? All right. Next. Number 4 says Kyle drives his truck 429 miles on 33 gallons of gas. How many miles can Kyle drive on 1 gallon of gas? So we need to take the total of 429 miles that he drove divided by how much gas he had, which was 33, to find out how much each mile is. Okay? So again, over here I write down multiples of 33 because these ones might be easy to get, and past this I have no idea. So, but I know that 33 won't go into 4. I'm going to put a placeholder. Okay? 33 does go into 42 one time. 1 times 33 is 33. We're going to subtract that. That gets us 9. Okay? 9 is smaller than 33, so I can bring down my other 9. I'm going to grab a different color so you guys can see my work. Okay? Now, 33 goes into 99 1, 2, 3 times. So our 3 goes up there. 3 times 33 is 99. Subtract and get 0. So he could go 13 miles on 1 gallon. Okay? Not very good guess. So that depends on what you're driving. Okay, guys. Number 5 says 7 busloads, each carrying 35 students, arrived at the game, joining 23 students who were already there. Evaluate the expression 23 plus 7 times 35 to find the total number of students at the game. Now, you need to remember that pemdas. Okay? So, we don't have any parentheses. That's not an issue. Okay? We don't have any exponents. We do have multiplication and division, so that's the part we're going to do first. Okay? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go 35 times 7. Okay? 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 3 more, 24. So now I have 245. Okay? Now I still have to worry about this 23. It didn't disappear just because I did this part first. Okay? So I add 23. Okay? All right. 5 plus 3, 8. 4 plus 2, 6. Bring my 2 down. 268. Okay? All right, number 6. You guys do it. I believe in you. Get it done. You guys are way too smart for me to be doing all of it for you. All right. Come on back for 1.8, guys. See you soon.